You're everyone inside of Animal Hospital. That's right, rejecting, checking, and treating patients is actively everyone in this world. If the anomalies, entities, and characters weren't enough of a danger to you, the story I'm about to tell you doesn't just tell the end of Animal Hospital, but the end of the entire world. I'm BloxyPicks, and sit back and relax as I tell you the untold story of Animal Hospital. To understand the full timeline, we have to start here at Animal Hospital, which is owned by Animal Corporation. You're a new intern. Your job is to reject, check, and treat patients throughout your shift. An animal named Dr. Harlow is there to settle you into this strange hospital. He tells you to keep working, despite the anomalous encounters throughout your shift. For those who, seem normal enough, they give you clues about the hidden story through their conversations. But for now, we're focusing on three main characters: Dr. Harlow, Ron from accounting, and Ratview. But that's not all, because there's one more character lurking in the background who holds the key to everything later on. So you might be asking, why them? Well, fundamentally, these characters have some connection to the hospital itself. Notice anything in common between Dr. Harlow and Ron from accounting? They're both holding a top secret briefcase with them. Our trusted friend, Ratview, tells us not to trust animals who are holding briefcases labeled as top secret. He tells us that because he knows they're part of something much darker than we expect. And I'm even willing to bet that if someone were to find out about those secrets, bad things would happen to them. Our friend Ratview over here just so happens to be that unlucky person. You see, we don't know much about him, specifically what he does. However, the message he tells us when we first encounter him gives us a hint. I hear things. I see things. It's a dangerous job. What does he mean by that exactly? Well, from the multiple stories that Ron tells us, Ratview was chewing up some files in Ron's department. Files that he mentioned he wasn't supposed to see. Later, he would add on by saying that there are routine cleanups? So wait, is it a stretch to assume that Ratview is a part of a team that cleans up certain types of information? Information that, if leaked, could pose a threat to Animal Corporation. I mean, something horrifying is happening behind the scenes. Eventually, we get a hint of what is actually happening here from Ratview. After gaining his trust, he tells us that he's actively looking for his twin sister, Ratina, who worked for Animal Corporation. But one day, poof, she seemingly disappeared without a trace. Soon, your time with him is cut short. He can't stay here any longer. Animal Corporation is after him. He leaves us with a note and a key. This key unlocks a safe hidden behind a poster. It contains a top secret briefcase, a photo of Ratina, and a message. The experiment was a success. The shadow now sees everything. This is big. Ron tells us beforehand that at Animal Hospital, they're testing something that makes the patients come back to the hospital. Not because they're sick, but because they're infected. Infected with what? Anomalous properties? Could Ratina be one of these experiments? Could it be that she was the first? Why would Animal Corporations do these experiments? Comment down below what you think. It will be a big help in piecing the lore together. However, while I was writing the script, something clicked. Animal Corporation owns a hospital. That hospital conducts tests on patients, and patients keep coming back. Holy it's about money! Now, I know this sounds insane, but listen, Animal Corporation isn't just any corporation. How do I know that? From two things: their location and their resources. When we turn around in the lobby, we're met with a sign that's written in Korean. Why does that matter? Well, it ties in with my second reason: their resources. You see, in the real world, massive South Korean corporations are known as chaebols, giant conglomerates that control almost every aspect of your life, from the electronics in your pocket to the apartments you live in, and even the hospitals you visit. I know this sounds like a conspiracy, but think about it. Animal Corporation is actively experimenting and testing on their patients inside of Animal Hospital, infecting them so they keep coming back. What it means is that in this game, it's an infinite money glitch, although the reality is that this will lead to the end of the world. You know how you're always rejecting the anomalies? Well, have we really thought thought about the consequences of that? The answer comes busting through the door. Literally, ambulance events happen because of anomalies outside the hospital attacking regular civilians, which overwhelms the hospital with patients. But for Animal Corporation, it overwhelms their pockets. The animals that come to this hospital pay and get infected. The infected who do come get rejected, and when they aren't provided with some sort of treatment, they turn into monsters, attacking regular civilians, which loops back to people paying the hospital to get them treated. However, if you want to make sure you survive the next wave of infections, hit that like and subscribe button, because if you enjoyed this video, you'll love my upcoming videos, so stay tuned. Anyway, do you know what continuing this cycle means? It means that everyone will get infected, and when they do, all hell will break loose, because the damage won't end in South Korea. Remember the sign? See that symbol right there? This world is connected to major Asian countries, and guess what? Our hospital just so happens to be on that exact road. Animal Corporation is planning to have the vast majority of the world infected, which is plain evil. Surely there has to be some sort of cure, right? My dear viewer, what if I told you there was a way to combat this anomalous virus? What if I told you that it's confirmed that the virus can be partially stopped with this one item that you can find at your local convenience store? That's right, it's coffee. How am I so certain that coffee is keeping us from dying? Because of one character I hinted at the beginning of the video, Barney, who would occasionally drop by for a cup of coffee. After all, coffee restores your sanity. But what if coffee had another property? What if it could temporarily stop the infection from taking over its host? Spoiler alert, we'd learned that Barney is actually an anomaly. He's been keeping himself sane all this time by drinking coffee. The game is clearly pointing towards the importance of coffee in keeping the infection from taking over, but it still doesn't stop the infection entirely. You will have to depend on that resource, and when there's not enough to go around, well, it doesn't take a genius to tell you that we're still cooked. Nevertheless, there still might be hope. It's not over yet. We could be the ones to stop Animal Corporation. The longer our shifts, the more animals we talk to, and the more evidence we gather. We're going to be the ones who expose what's really happening behind these closed doors, even if it puts a target on our backs. Like what happened with Ratview. So be it. Ratview didn't risk it all just for us to back down now. We're going to finish this, no matter what comes at us. We're already figuring out their history, motives, and plans with the information we have right now. It's not long before another update comes our way that will finally let us expose Animal Corporation for what it truly is. And once we do, Animal Corporation's horrifying secrets will come to light, and they will be brought to justice. And that, my fellow viewer, is the untold story of Animal Hospital. I'm BloxyPicks, and always remember to like and subscribe for more.